How's everybody? So new review for you guys today. We're talking about the latest film in the Conjuring Universe, the third film in the Annabelle series, Annabelle Comes Home. I consider myself a fan of the Conjuring Universe, and even if I don't personally find the films all scary, I can still have fun with the universe as a whole. Even the Annabelle films, because I don't really like the first Annabelle, but I think Annabelle Creation did a really great job kind of steering the franchise in the right direction with the Annabelle character. And this looked like it could actually be another fun installment in that series, because they're giving us what we wanted. We're going to get to see all the cool little scary knickknacks inside of the Warrens room. And I think for the most part, we've always wanted to know what the stories behind a lot of those items are and what they do. And this film delivers that. I'm sure based on the promotional material, you're all aware that Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga both return as the Warrens in this, which was a really nice touch. I'm glad that they came back to the roles because I love them as those characters. But don't go into this expecting them to be the main stars of the movie, because they're not. They're in it enough where it's not like a cameo appearance, but they're not in it enough for them to be considered the main stars. They kind of appear for a good chunk in the beginning, and then they have the whole middle of the film where they're not in it, and then they appear at the end for a little bit. So they are great with what they're given. They get a really nice scene in the beginning where it's all creepy vibes. And actually get me excited for The Conjuring 3 because they're starting that up soon. I always love their adventures. But the actual main stars is Judy Warren and her babysitter and her babysitter's best friend. They did recast Judy Warren for this film. She's now played by McKenna Grace, who's really been racking up the great roles in recent years between Haunting a Hill House, I, Tonya, Captain Marvel. She's in a lot of stuff that's really good. I have to admit, she's a really good up-and-coming actress. I really hope this isn't like a one-and-done kind of thing and she continues playing Judy Warren in the future, because she did a really good job stepping into the role and kind of making it her own just because she is such a talented actress. Although at points it did get kind of frustrating because for a fair amount of the movie, she's kind of just walking exposition where the other characters will be walking around the house and be like, what's this object, or what's in that room, or what's about this different cases that her parents have done, and she fully explains it in full detail. Everything gets explained in full detail, all the different characters that you're going to see, just to plant the seeds for when they pop up later when all hell breaks loose. All the new different characters, I think, is one of the elements that actually helps this film stand out among the other Conjuring Universe films, because there's a lot of fun to be had in this, because once Annabelle is set loose and all the different characters pop out from the Warrens' room, it just turns into a big fun, big budget haunted attraction. You see it like Halloween time, with with fog and characters coming out from the shadows and all that crazy fun stuff you come to expect from a really crazy haunted house ride. And I think that's what helps this film actually have some fun, scary elements. Like I said, these films don't really scare me. I mean, it's just like the horror tropes you're used to, like jump scares and stuff like that, but it does have some creepy elements that I can appreciate as a horror fan. Like, the film doesn't reinvent the horror genre or do anything too new, but it knows what it is and is trying to have fun with that concept, and I can give them credit for that because they realize that their limitations. At this point, I kind of consider the Conjuring Universe to be like the horror version of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, in the sense that they have all these set group of characters and then they introduce new characters and give them their own spin-offs and solo projects and stuff like that. For example, with Annabelle and the Conjuring films, and same with Valak, the Nun. I mean, it's just one of those things you come to expect when you go into these Conjuring Universe films. Like, okay, we're going to see these new characters, and then they're going to be kind of cool. If they like the character, then they're going to get their own spin-offs and such and such. And they've done so successfully for the most part so far. And in this film, I think they plant the most seeds I've ever seen in any of the Conjuring Universe films, because there's so many different horror characters in this, which you expect because there's so many different items in that room in the Warrens' house, and you don't have any idea what the whole story behind them. You haven't seen their adventures to get all those items, and some of them, they get their own backstory. You get little tidbits of it, and some of them I definitely see it down the road. They're going to get their own spin-off solo films. I don't know how many they'll get. You know, obviously we're on number 3 for Annabelle at this point, but I really like some of them. I'm not going to go into detail for, there's so many of them, but I think the one I like the most, that I think will definitely get a spin-off, is this ferryman character who's really creepy. Other than that, though, there is one that's like full CGI, a whole full CGI character that didn't really look good, if I'm being honest. I hope they don't go in that path. He's shrouded by mostly fog for the most part, but there is one scene where you do see him like full clear, and it's like some really rough CGI, which is expected because these films are relatively cheaply made. But this film, I don't think that they had a lot of budget that went towards this character that you briefly see once or twice. Like many horror tropes in modern films, it does follow them, like the jump scares and the characters making really dumb decisions for no reason. But they try their best to have fun with it in this film, because it doesn't really try to take itself too seriously. I mean, we're 7 films in the Conjuring Universe at this point. I think we're all well aware of how the Conjuring Universe formula works. And if you're a fan of that formula, you're probably going to like this film. You probably won't if you're not a fan of it. It's just the way that these films are. They kind of just follow follow that same formula. But overall, I'd say that Annabelle Comes Home is another solid entry in the Conjuring universe. I definitely think you could have some fun with it if you're a fan of the Conjuring universe. It's definitely a step above some of the other spin-off films that we've gotten, like The Nun and The Curse of La Llorona and the first Annabelle. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's something you can just throw on with a bunch of friends and have fun with if you want to watch a scary movie and not take it too seriously, because it has a lot of the haunted house kind of elements. But those are just my quick thoughts on Annabelle Comes Home. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think of the film when it comes out on June 26th? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Which is your favorite Annabelle film among the three that are out now between this film, Annabelle Creation, and the first Annabelle? Because we should get some good variety and answers since Annabelle Creation got much more positive reviews and the first Annabelle film got a lot of really negative reviews. So there's definitely going to be a wide array of different answers. But this film, I don't know. We'll see how the reaction goes. Like, let's get a discussion going in the comments. What do you think of the film? Because you know I like talking all things movies. But thanks so much for checking out my review for Annabelle Comes Home. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a like. Hit that subscribe button so you can update my reviews, trailer reactions, unboxings, and more. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.